Alright, so it looks like everything transitioned. Um, so my name is David, and I am working on building in public. This is my first attempt. I've never done this before, but I figured it'd be a fun way to maybe be able to do some things and gain some traction on some marketing. So okay, so release notes. All right, so the first thing I want to do is kind of talk about the project. Okay, so I am a co-developer of Platypi, which is a mock backend tool. It utilizes AI to set up endpoints, and basically you can build an entire front end application without ever having a backend. And so, to prove that concept, I am going to um, publicly build a scheduling app. And so the scheduling app is going to be basically customers can set up appointments to a business through this app. The business will have to enter operating hours. We may do some services, stuff like that. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to set up a new project in Flutter. I use Flutter. It's my preferred language. I actually prefer Python over anything. I like back-end work better than front-end work, but we're going to use GPT or Copilot, one of the two, to basically build out most of this UI. So this isn't going to be a big deal. It's going to be more focused on the automation of the back end. So to get started, I believe if we do Command-Shift-P, we can do Flutter new project. And we can call this, we'll do an empty application. And we'll put it inside the development folder. And we're going to call this, let's call this scheduling app. Cool. So Flutter Create is running. It doesn't look like we have a valid SDK. So let's tell FVM what we want to use here. So I use Flutter Version Manager. It makes it a lot easier to change Flutter versions. So I just do FVM list. This will give me a list of options that I can use. So we have a global of 3.27.0. So let's go ahead and use that. 3.27.0. Okay. So if we do fvm flutter doctor, Flutter Doctor should install some packages into our fvm directory if they're needed. And it'll take just a minute to run here. So while we wait on that, we will open up the simulator just so we can make sure that we can build this application on iOS simulator. So here we go. It's taken so long to run this. Alright. So we have our Hello World application. I think we need to create a run configuration. We do not have one. I clicked the wrong button. So let's stop this. And let's go to we're gonna ignore that. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I know, I missed it. Oh, it kind of did it for me. Let me look at the... Okay, yeah, so Dart default. Okay, cool. So it did go ahead and do this for me. So, go to terminal. This is still running. We're going to wait until this is going to run, and we'll wait until this finishes, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so this is done now. We didn't find any issues. So we'll switch to the debug console here. And make sure that the iPhone 16 is selected down here. Go ahead and build this app. This is the default Flutter app. I think it does. It used to have a counter in it, but it looks like this might just be a hello world now. I haven't created a new project in a little bit, so which we don't need web. We can delete this web folder. We can delete Mac OS. We can delete Linux, and we can delete Windows because we don't care about that. We're gonna look at our pub spec. Okay, cool. So they took out all the comments. So this is definitely new. Last time I created an empty project, I think even the pub spec still had comments in it. So alright, there it is. It's loading. Do you not want to take a survey? Survey says don't want to take it. Yeah, so the live stream isn't really part of it. It's kind of part of Build in Public, but it's more so I don't know, like a self rewarding thing where I can at least hold myself accountable for the work that I'm doing. So yeah, so the app is literally hello world. There used to be a Flutter counter, but maybe that's different now. So now let's figure out the best approach to this. So I'll show you the Figma designs that I have from a guy on Fiverr. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. So I think maybe we just start with the splash screen. Because if we start with the splash screen, it looks like, okay, so it looks like we're going to have reusable buttons. So this button style, we could create a widget for that button. And then this looks like a bottom sheet. I don't know that it is. I'm not sure. I don't know if I can. Yeah, so splash, sign in, sign up, home, services, admin. Okay. So I think that this is actually, I don't know. Because if we make this a bottom sheet, when they click sign in, it would scroll up to this content. And if we click sign up, it would scroll up to this content. So I think it's going to be a bottom sheet. So let's go to pubspec or pub.dev and let's look at bottom. I think there's a package. We be learning because I don't know. Material bottom sheet. Let's ask ChatGPT. Want to splash so that user clicks sign in or sign up, the bottom sheet takes up the entire screen with the appropriate information. Does Flutter have a built-in bottom sheet, or is there a package you would recommend? Cool. All right. See what GPT says. So, okay, so Flutter has a built-in bottom sheet. Show model this allows you to display a bottom sheet that takes up a portion of the screen, but can be made full screen by adjusting the constraints. It says draggable, scrollable sheet. This allows for more interactive experience where the bottom sheet can be dragged to different heights. So, alternative package. So it says if you want something more customizable with animations and smooth transitions, I recommend the modal bottom sheet package. This package supports Cupertino style transitions, animations. I don't care too much for the animations. I'm not a UI developer, so I think we just create a new folder here and call it screens, and we call this splash screen art. Let's make it a stateless widget for now, and then we'll import material. Okay, so instead of hello world, we'll do splash screen. Okay, and there's nothing in splash screen, and that's fine. So let's see what GPT says. So there's going to be a button. So I wonder. So this is saying it allows full screen height. Let's copy this. And then we'll put this. I don't think we have to put it. Well, we passed build context, so we don't actually have to put it inside the build widget. So it takes in a child. So let's return show full context. Oh, it doesn't return a child. That's why. What if we just return a scaffold? There we go. Okay, let's just see what this does. Okay, so then that shows the full screen. Okay, so that's on pressed. So we probably should make this a stateful widget, and then on a init state, we should call actually I don't think that's let's go back here. I want to show the bottom sheet automatically on the splash screen at 40% height. Let's see what we got here. So, show bottom sheet after a short delay. Ooh, let's do this. I like that. So show, yeah. There it is. Boom. So then it says show sign in bottom sheet. So sign in bottom sheet with a single child scroll view. Oh, dude, I like that. Let's copy this verbatim. Let's see what ChatGPT came up with. Splash. I don't like that. Changed my mind. Don't like that. So we'll copy this out because copying in ChatGPT is weird. So what we care about in here. So full screen bottom sheet. So let's copy this. We might already have that method. Yeah, we do. It's a slightly different method, so we'll go ahead and throw this in here. Okay. And this is taking. We'll take this out. Oh, we're missing a closing bracket here. And we're missing text. Okay. Cool. So now we'll go back to here. Oh, we'll go back to subline text here. So show sign in bottom sheet. I like that. I would say we have 2 bottom sheets.
I'm not quite sure how to.
And we're gonna initiate this one. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so show. That's on init states. Oh, 2 seconds. Wow. I don't want that. I think it said 500 milliseconds is what this said, which is much better. I'll probably actually make it 200 milliseconds. Just preference. I need to get some music on. Can't be copyright music though. Okay, so that's gonna show that. Show bottom sheet. So how are we using it here? Let's look at how they're using this. So they are just doing center. Yeah, we could do this because, which we'll change the color because we don't much care for that. But if we come down to our body, it's not a child, it's a body. I take that back. We do need to take the body. Okay, cool. Okay. So we've definitely changed some stuff. Let's refresh and see if the bottom sheet comes up. Oh yeah, there it is. Boom. The only thing is I don't want it to be dismissible. So we need to update that bottom sheet. I do not want the initial bottom sheet to be dismissible. English. Okay. Let's see what GPT says. So, to prevent the initial bottom sheet from being dismissed, you can set a barrier color and override the will pop scope behavior. Here's the updated implementation. So this is saying it prevents tapping outside the dismiss. So we'll do that one first. Show. There we go. Is false. Okay, so we got that. And then, what else do we need in here? Prevents dragging to dismissed. Okay. So we need to take that one. Okay. There's that one. And then this is saying, I guess we'll do, I don't know why we need, I think background color is actually there. Background color, okay, so transparent background color is already there. So, will pop scope is false. I don't know if will pop scope is valid anymore. I think they changed it. What did we wrap that in? So will pop scope is the parent of builder. So if we return this with will, yeah, see, I think it's on pop. Will pop scope I know is deprecated. I can't remember what it was replaced with. Is required. It's just pop scope. That's annoying. It takes in another. Can pop is false. We'll just do can pop is false. I don't know if we need to put a method in there or not. Okay. Yeah. I kind of don't like that. Well, it can. Wait a minute. Did I miss something? Why is that draggable? So can expand a full screen. So is dismissible is false. Prevents dragging to dismiss. Blocks back button. Well, let's go ahead and do that then. So on this one, on popped, on pop invoked. Oh, that's old. Maybe it's this one. We'll put a breakpoint here. I don't know if we're gonna hit that or not. Kind of curious why it let us disable that to begin with. See, I don't think that this should. Yeah, it's trying to pop. Debug locked. Well, try this again. Let's get rid of this breakpoint though. Failed assertion. Wait a minute. Why are we? Well, I think I'm gonna save this problem for a later time. Just because I'm gonna have to do some debugging. But anyways, that's the general overview of what we're gonna do. This is just kind of a start. This is gonna be probably 2 to 3 weeks worth of work as I get time in the evenings and such. But I had a half day of work today for Employee Appreciation Day, so shout out to my employer for that. Appreciate that. But I'm gonna jump, and thanks for watching.